All right, Internet, hello and welcome to the first stream of the Get Wrecked Summer Splash. I'm Alex HNA22. This is Jack Loves Lamp Counts, and we are about to get into the first game of Uncapped. We're actually already in Champion Select, so we'll go ahead and go across. Let's see, it's the what is this team? The Poo Poo Crew.
Poo Poo Crew versus the Piltover Pokes.
All right.
Lots of P's.
So it's the Poo Poo Crew on the blue side, and it is the Piltover Pokes on the red side. For those of you who are unaware, the Get Wrecked Summer Splash, it's 8 teams total in each of 2 divisions.
Yep.
And they will be playing double elimination best of 3s. So once you lose 2 best of 3s, you're out. You're out.
Yep. Gone.
And this is the first series, so neither of these 2 teams have a loss on their record. Whichever of them loses out here, they'll have to play into the losers bracket.
Yep.
The winner will play against the winner of the next series, which I don't remember what it is right now. But
the next series immediately after this one?
Yeah.
The series immediately after this one, I believe, is Return of the Middle Sticks, their Uncapped team, versus the old Razzle Dazzle. That's it.
Okay. So the Poo Poo Crew immediately bans away 3 junglers from Spy Kid 810, I have to imagine. On the other side, Piltover Pokes, they banned Draven, Jace, and Lucian. So just some of the more popular champions from the main accounts of the Poo Poo Crew.
All right. Pantheon immediately going to be locked for the Poo Poo Crew. I wonder if it's going top jungle, mid support with like Talia. That was like a thing once, right? Or
Yeah,
was
the Talia Pantheon's not super great. They're gonna pick up Thresh immediately on the side of the Piltover Pokes.
Yeah, we'll have to see where this Pantheon's going. I mean, I'd imagine it's like top or jungle, right?
I'm gonna guess it's jungle.
Like, who
Sejuani
knows?
gonna be picked up for Piltover Pokes as well for that jungle position, and they'll luck in Yasuo on the side of the Poo Poo Crew.
All right, their next pick, still thinking about it.
Azir!
Okay, so we've got Azir probably mid. Yasuo could be AD carry or top now, and then I guess that could leave Pantheon to be top or jungle?
Yeah.
Depending on where Yasuo goes?
That's where I imagine. I think that's probably what'll happen, is Yasuo top and Pantheon
What if they just go
jungle.
Yasuo Panth bot?
doesn't sound very
I know,
good.
it doesn't sound very good, but you know.
All right, so the Piltover Pokes now will lock in their third before the second round of bans. It's going to be Jinx on the side of Piltover Pokes. We lock in that hyper carry. And so now we run into the second round of bans. What will come out from the Piltover Pokes? Going to ban away Nautilus.
So they think that this is not support Pantheon, which I don't think it really is either.
Yeah. Well, more importantly, you take away the ability to eliminate the Jinx just by pressing R on her. They're going to ban Morgana, so to disallow the potential for that just overprotection for Jinx.
I was gonna say, it must be aimed at Fear Shadow because they already have the Thresh locked in.
And yeah, they're banning away these knock-up supports on the side of Piltover Pokes, and then Vladimir will be banned out as well.
Right, Vladimir gonna be that last ban. I believe Fear Shadow does play a fair bit of Vladimir as well, from what I remember.
Also, it's just kind of an annoying champion to deal with. So Xerath is going to be
coming
locked in for Fear Shadow on the side of the Piltover Pokes. And banning away Nautilus and Alistair, you do leave open the Braum, which can be a powerful source of disengage, as well as the potential for the AoE knockup coming out of the Glacial Fissure. And they'll lock in Tahm Kench, so it will be Yasuo in the bottom lane, Tahm Kench in the top lane.
Yeah, Pantheon in the jungle. And we did see some small nerfs come out to Tahm Kench this patch regarding like the early game W damage. Took a big hit to the early game W damage, but at late game, same amount. Or I guess late game, when you max it. Whenever that may be.
All right, so we're still looking for a top laner for the side of the Piltover Pokes.
What do they want into the Tom? They're going to go for Aatrox.
Okay, so Aatrox did get, a soft nerf this patch. Well, not soft. It's like a decent nerf. Like, the healing increase on his ultimate now only applies to healing on Aatrox himself, like self-healing. You can't just like Summoner heal him and Lulu, or not Lulu, but
Summoner heal him, Soraka, ult and things. Yeah.
So, some of those things do matter.
Especially when you build the Spirit Visage and you have your ultimate and it's all buffing, all healing. So then you have like a Soraka Q and your health is like...
Yeah. So
it's her Q, right?
It's her Q is Star Call.
It's her Q Star Call. So is it the E that heals people with a point click?
No, the E is the silence.
So which one's the point of it's the point click? The W?
Yes. That is the last
Process of
remaining
elimination.
option.
Is it the R? Is it her passive? Do you just click on them, Zillion style?
Okay. So we are getting into the 3-minute delay on Spectate, and we're actually have been bamboozled. It's Yasuo jungle.
Yasuo jungle. Interessante. Pantheon is going mid after all. And we're going to have to see how that goes. We've got a 3-minute delay here.
So this is an interesting composition built up by the Poo Poo crew. They've got the Braum also has opted to not take Flash as a summoner spell. Let's see. And on the other side, Piltover Pokes, they have sort of a more standard-ish comp. And I mean, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to analyze here. We're just waiting for the Spectate delay coming out. I mean, not a whole lot to say.
Yeah, 2-minute delay remaining. So how do you think this Yasuo jungle is gonna fare? I feel like Sejuani could just walk in and beat him up, honestly. She's not like a total pushover in the early game.
Not sure. I'm not sure. Yasuo, I mean, like, Sejuani's not like... Well, that's not even true. Sejuani actually does a fair bit of damage in the early game.
I was saying she's not a pushover at all.
Yeah,
I was saying
so
she could probably get in there and beat him up, given that this is a Yasuo.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well Yasuo clears the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
It appears we're having some issues
lag
with...
issues?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. See if we can troubleshoot that as well.
Okay, what are we looking at here?
Team comp wise?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, or you mean with our lagging issue?
Yeah. What's the issue with it?
Well, it actually, the notification went away.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's because I clicked it, right?
Oh, okay. It looks like there might actually be some issue with the service provider.
Goodness.
Our upload speed is lower than usual. Our download speed is standard.
All right. Well. Okay, so we're back.
We're gonna see if that helps. We lowered the bitrate drastically because it does seem that there's some
ISP issues.
Yeah, there's an upload speed issue with our ISP. We lowered the bitrate drastically. We will see if that helps. Hopefully it does.
Okay. So both sides appear to be looking for an invade onto the enemy side of the jungle. Yeah. Poo Poo crew are just sort of waiting for someone to face check into them. The Piltover Pokes, they're actively going into the enemy jungle, looking for wards, looking for a catch onto somebody. They might run into each other on the way out, as it does appear the Piltover Pokes are walking through the back side here. The Poo Poo crew is starting to recalls, but they're going to see them now. Are they going to look for the fight here? They're going to face check into him. That's going to be the fight. The blade backwards on 5, but Kami Sensei is going very low. First blood picked up by the Poo Poo 09. 23 is going to flash forward, get the kill on the 8, Spike at 810, a double kill for the Yasuo. Ignite goes down. They've traded 1 for 3 so far at the end of the day.
Wow, and they just sat
4 for 1, sorry. 4 for
OSU did not see that coming in the slightest, and they immediately get all burned down. Braum's stun started coming through. Yeah, Tom started getting a few of those Qs off, and wow, just so much CC and damage. We're able to pick up 4 kills in the opening trade.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to really reevaluate where these champions should go, because we got Pantheon Azir in the bottom lane, Tahm Kench heading up towards the top lane, and Braum looks to be standing in the mid lane ready to funnel some gold into this Yasuo. There's a stun coming out. Vidal is gonna take a little bit of damage coming out of Poo 89. Play backward from No Fair Matson. 4 for 1 in favor of Poo Crew. That's going to be the full Berserker's Greaves picked up for the Yasuo.
And some people were saying, like, oh, there's, like, summoner issues. And, like, nope. This is, in fact, the summoners they all went with and the places that they are, yeah. They've got basically 2 bot lanes going on. One in the mid lane, one here in the bot lane, except with not your traditional AD carries.
Yeah. They've even opted for the Spell Thief's Edge on the Azir, so going full support for this Yasuo. Braum just wandering through the jungle, helping Yasuo clear out these jungle camps so they can get as much gold onto him as possible.
Wow, they're really putting down a lot of poke onto Vidal here between the spears and Azir's auto and soldiers.
Yeah, No Fear Matson and Vidal are trying to pick up CS.
Wow, so much poke. It looks like Tom might be going aggressive here. Gonna get yanked back in. He deals a fair bit of damage with those autos, though.
Here's the wind wall, gonna block the stun fear shadow. One more auto will get the concussive blow stun. He's taking a lot of damage, but he did flash and barrier away. They play back. 89 into the tower. The summoner barrier, not barrier. The shield from the E comes out. He does not survive the tower shot. Vidal is taking a lot of damage, but he's able to kite it out with the help of No Fear Matson for 2 kills back in favor of Piltover Pokes in the bottom lane.
Yeah, No Fear Matson pulls the Azir back under the tower, picks up the kill, and looks like Pantheon she's like, maybe I could get this kill onto Jinx, but the heal comes out and keeps him from getting anything.
The Azir does just teleport back into lane, but here comes Spy Kid. He used his E, so now he's gonna get the kill onto Vidal, but he is just gonna end up dying to the tower shot. No Fear Matson claims kill credit, so Spy Kid a little bit of wasted time down in the bottom lane.
All right, and we've got No Fear Matson with 3 kills on Thresh at 4 minutes.
Yeah, not where you want them on the side of the Piltover Pokes. The Poo Crew, though, they've got 3 kills exactly where they want them on this Yasuo.
Nice dash there from Aatrox, gonna get him out of the way.
Okay. Well, things calming down a little bit after quite an explosive early game.
Yeah, 4 kills right at the very start for anyone who missed it, over to the Poo Crew. But now we're 5-4. 400 gold lead. Ooh. Aatrox going very low.
There's the ghost. The Tahm Kench is gonna chase him down. The flash comes out. He does get slowed by the tongue lash, and that means he's gonna get chased down. The summoner spell just so fast coming out of that ghost from the Tahm Kench. He just walks in and licks him for the kill.
Yeah, ghosts chased him all the way to the next turret. Auto and a grasp proc. Gonna pick up the kill. 2-0-3 for number 23, it looks like.
Just continuing to come in, shove out that wave as best they can, and then go back to clearing the jungle. They're trying to just get as much gold as possible onto this Yasuo. Death Sent's gonna not connect quite onto the Azir. Zap will connect, however. It's gonna take a decent chunk of damage from the minions, as well as that ability coming with the Jinx. But they're having a lot of difficulty getting CS onto Vidal's Jinx. Down to only 13 compared to a lot, because of you consider the Relic Shield on 43's Pantheon.
All right, looks like they're playing pretty conservatively now, trying not to get poked. Walks back up and gets poked as soon as I say something.
Yeah. Immediate punish for daring to walk forward past like the halfway point.
You know, fair enough in their defense, though. They have put a lot of poke onto this Azir as well, onto 89.
Just constant barrage of spear shots. Death Sent's not going to connect onto 89. 43 is just doing a really good job of standing forward in lane, constantly threatening to harass him with the spears, constantly harassing with the, threatening the stun. Vidal gonna pick up some CS now under tower. There's the knockup. They're not gonna go for the last breath under tower. A stun gonna connect onto 0-9, but it's not gonna mean a whole lot. The dark passage pulls in the Sejuani. They flash flame forward for 89 flashes away, but he's gonna get caught by the glacial prison. The smite comes down, and they're gonna flash to pick up the kill. Now 43 is just trying to chase down the Jinx because he knows he's dead either way. He's gonna see if he can get onto him. He's got a lot of movement speed, but he can't do it. Flash forward for it. He will kill Vidal, but now he's gonna pay the price. The Deton's gonna connect. He was trying to ult out of there, but he does get sniped down by Fierce Shadow on the roam.
All right, there was a good attempt at the ult, but a nice hook from No Fear Matson's going to interrupt that. He could have eventually caught the Jinx, but the minions started getting in his way, creep blocking him, so he had to burn the flash to pick up the kill. Now that's going to be, 2 kills over to OSU there, built over pokes.
All right, so Vidal is kind of sad right now. He can't really get anything done here, and he hasn't been able to pick up a whole lot of these kills. They've just rotated the Braum and Yasuo up into this top lane to continue to take more turret plates. Yasuo is getting a lot of this random gold strewn about the map.
Yeah, I mean it's the funnel. It's working. Picking up turret plating, picking up some kills.
He just got Skirmisher, Saber, Blood Razor.
Yeah, and he's been in the jungle with Braum's help, clearing some camps, whatever there's not a wave or somewhere better to be.
Yeah. It will be an Infernal Drake over to the side of the Piltover Pokes, and now they're going to look for something bottom lane, but I don't think they have the right angle for it.
Yeah, and as you can see there, most gold in the game by a hefty margin on this Yasuo right now.
Yeah. The second most, it looks like, is actually No Fear Matson.
No Fear Matson on Thresh.
He has like 30 or 3,000 gold. Actually,
barely
no, Spike It out gold.
Oh, wow. Thresh coming in third with most gold in the game at the moment.
Which is not what you want if you're the Piltover Pokes. So the Poo-Poo crew, they're gonna give some of that gold in the mid lane over to their Yasuo, and now they're just gonna go back and clear out the jungle.
Right, just using these soldiers, throwing a few down in the middle of the wave.
Spy Kid.
Like Spy Kid, yeah, hanging out on a pink ward. But here come Yasuo and Braum. We've got 4 members of the Poo-Poo crew close to the bot lane. Xerath is also close by, but not super close. And wow.
Oh, here we go. The Emperor's Divide gonna knock all of them into the last breath. A huge amount of damage coming out of the Poo-Poo crew. No Fear Matson. One more auto attack will stun him. He gets the death sentence off. The stun is gonna come down, and 68 will die to the tower. Vidal picks up kill credit.
Wow, despite how bad that looked for OSU, they actually go for one.
Oh no, it's not over yet. The Grand Skyfall coming in. They play him backwards. No Fear Matson will fall. Pete 43 picks up the kill, and he's taking tower. They will pick up another one. The last breath, or the knockup, does not connect. 0-9 flashes out after picking up the double kill under tower.
All right, so ends up being a 3-for-2 in favor of the Poo-Poo crew, as well as some turret plating here. And a blue buff.
Yeah, Super Mega Death Rocket going into the mid lane, I guess. There's not a whole lot of people to get there. There's the Ghost coming out of 23. He's gonna chase down Call Me Sensei. He's gonna look for it. The Great Health is available. He's gonna not need it yet. He just devours down him. Another kill in the top lane onto the Aatrox. No Matson link for the death sentence. Not gonna find it. He's gonna take the tower shots. He's not gonna die to the second one. He got the Great Health.
Whew. He's gonna get away. Pretty close to dying there. No Fear Matson did have the boots of mobility. He throws out the Q, but that's a fast catfish as well.
Yeah, he's got the slightly magical boots, as well as he still, I think, had some of the duration of that Ghost.
I gotta clear away this pink ward and just keep on farming down here in the bot lane. They've been splitting the farm pretty evenly for the most part. I mean, some of that's coming from Relic Shield as well, because it counts for both of them. But
oh, here we go. Going for another Emperor's Divide, knocks him away from their tower, and there's 4 members again from the Poo-Poo crew. Now just to bully out Vidal and No Fear Matson, a double kill goes over to the Pantheon.
They know that Vidal and No Fear Matson still don't quite have their flashes up, and as soon as that ultimate comes up, their bot lane, or their mid lane, I guess, comes down to meet them, and they just immediately go in once again.
Yeah, just really clean on the Emperor's Divide. The wall perfectly separated them, so they had to go the long way in order to get back to the tower. There comes a gank onto the top lane. They do get the stun off. A Glacial Prison will keep them standing in one place. 23 is on the run, but he's got no flash, no ghost, and he's just gonna stall for time as his team picks up tower first blood on the bottom lane.
Oh, he didn't have the third proc of Q.
Yeah, he's
still running, but he's finally gonna get taken down. A shutdown goes over to Call Me. I mean, I assume that's like Call Me Senpai or something, but it's Sen 314.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh yeah, 314 is Pi.
Ah, that makes sense. I didn't even put that together. I like it.
Call Me Senpai. All right, there's
Oh,
the Grand
the
Skyfall coming in at the bottom lane. The Glacial Fissure and the last Mark Madell can't do anything in this game. Deathsen's gonna come out. He's gonna play him back under tower. They will not be able to secure the kill onto 43, but for 89 will go back deep, get executed for the double kill.
Man, an 89 always takes the kill, even if he knows it means he's going down.
Right in the arcade, snipes down one. They're looking for more shots to rain down, but they don't have any more. The Sentinel report comes in. He knocks out Call Me Senpai as soon as he comes in. The Super Mega Death Rocket will not finish off 68. And Senpai, he's gonna go in. He goes in. He's got the concussive blows. He throws up the wind wall. 68 is gonna die, but he will die. 09 trades him back. He goes dominating with his 6th kill of the game.
Yeah, and as soon as he finished that teleport, he popped the ultimate, immediately got hit by Yasuo's Q, which held him up. He also got creep blocked a bit. By the time he actually got to the enemy mid lane, they had waited out. Yeah, I was
Spike at 810 now trying to chase him down. Gets the stun up, gets the good knock up so they can't chain in the Deathsens. No for Metzen throws it out, but the wind wall will block it and he's able to just dash away through the minions.
Whew. He's a speedy boy. It was also a nice wind wall. Another tower plating goes over to 23.
Yeah, it was super important that 09 was able to throw out the knockup as the stun comes down so that they could not chain the Death Sense in while he was stunned and couldn't throw up the wind wall. And then by the time he's able to throw out the Death Sense, he's available for the wind wall. Now, they're gonna still continue to contest this Infernal Dragon because it is the second Infernal Dragon of the game. Now, 43 wants to get in there, but you do not get it. There's the Pillar of Hook picking up the second Infernal, but they're losing all of their members for it. Fierce Shadow and Badell on the run out. The Zap gonna come out. Here comes 89. Emperor's Divide knocks him up, but the last breath is not available for whatever reason. They are gonna get the kill no matter what anyway, as Badell gets stunned up from behind. A double kill over to the Izir.
Whew. And they were almost away, but wow, that was a pretty long-range dash coming out of Azir. The ultimate just for the knockup, just to hold them up a little bit longer. And then Pantheon finally coming around the back through the jungle onto the tower. And they're gonna pick up 4 kills in exchange for that dragon.
Yeah, and they just picked up a second tower in the bottom lane. Surprisingly enough, they haven't picked it up mid or top, but that's because so much of this attention for the Poo Poo crew has been in this bottom lane, four-manning them every chance they get.
And that's really how it's been. Every time the ultimate comes up for Azir, they look for something, and they usually get it, thanks to Grand Skyfall, Braum ult, and Yasuo ult, a lot of lockup. And then meanwhile, top lane, Tom's just been shoving, farming, split pushing.
Yeah, it feels like 23 is like kind of playing his own game. 68 is gonna find Call Me Senpai here, looking for the auto attack on the concussive blow stun, but they're not gonna want to fight this one. The stun comes out. They're gonna try and get onto him. The flame chompers do not arm. The wind wall comes out, but they're gonna look for the great knockout. He does get it with the Emperor's Divide as well. The last breath, they immediately destroy the bottom lane of Pillar Post. They do finally get the shutdown on the 09. The Grand Skyfall comes in. The Zera dies to it as he flashes over the wall, and it's gonna be the ace at 15 minutes for the Poo Poo crew.
Man, they really kind of split their focus there. Call Me Senpai, I think, struggled a little bit in that fight. He kept focusing Braum, even though they had landed some CC onto Yasuo. I think he should have immediately turned onto Yasuo when that happened. He also missed a number of Qs in that fight. Just kind of had a rough fight there. And then, wow, number 89 comes in around the back, hits a few with that knockup, and 0909, I guess, gets the shield reset and the ultimate, and whew, they're able to turn that fight around. Grand Skyfall, gosh, I can't talk today, comes in at the very end to kind of seal the fight. Fierce Shadow does what he can and picks up a kill or two, but goes down.
Now, Piltover Pokes there really struggling now. They did finally get the shutdown onto 09.
Yeah, and as you can see here, Azir and Yasuo both over 9,000 gold. The highest member on the enemy team at 6,500 almost from their jungle.
Which is not ideal. It is like full support Sejuani, the Knight's Vow picked up to try and help it. Oh, but they do get another shutdown as 89 takes a recall on a ward. They just throw out the stun. Fierce Shadow picks up the kill with all of his abilities.
Well, that's pretty nice. 1,000 gold shutdown. Good pickup for Fierce Shadow there. Rift Herald's gonna crash there in the top lane, but not quite get the tower.
Yeah, it's still Piltover folks yet to actually finish a tower off. Now they've rotated the Pantheon into the top lane to help out 23 in this area, just continue to shove out. Piltover pokes, they're just gonna 3-man in the bottom lane, but there's no one here. They're just trying to pick up some objectives around the map. And it looks like they will probably be able to pick up this tower in the bottom lane.
At what cost? It looks like we've got 4 members of the Poo Poo crew closing in on this tier 2 mid tower.
Call Me Senpai is there, Fierce Shadow is there, but they're nowhere in position to protect this tower. Unbreakable thrown up just for insurance, and they're going to be able to back away after picking that one up. So 5 towers to 1 is the lead for the Poo Poo crew.
Yeah, and that was a good trade there as well. I mean, I would take a tier 2 mid over a tier 1 bot any day.
For one unfortunate soul on the side of the
Senpai
folks.
Going to
yeah, he's gonna put down the ward, and he's able to dash away from the winner's bite. They're gonna sweep out the area.
I thought he had at the last moment decided to take the greedy path, but he throws down a ward and immediately backs up and not gonna get caught.
Alright, so Poo Poo crew, they got a lot of members in there. The Unbreakable thrown out. They get the knockup, and they're just going to put down some damage on the Spy Kid and break the passive. Now Tomkin's walking forward. They're going to look for it. The Death Sense connects. He's going to get the Great Health back up. There's the knockup coming out, but the Glacial Prison stops him from using the last breath. There's going to Grand Skyfall into the back line. He just immediately jumps onto Vidal on the other side of the fight. Spy Kid flashes away. Here comes 09. He's going deep. He gets the first kill. Call Me Senpai. 89 throws out the Emperor's Divine, and Fierce Shadow's caught in the last breath. The shutdown finally goes over to Vidal, but they're just going to dive back behind him. The Ignite comes down. Super Magnet Rocket cannot finish the job, but minions will finish him off.
Ends up being a 5-4-2. Yikes. Good team fight for the Poo Poo crew. Looks like they're going to get yet another turret for it.
6 towers to 1, and all that remains is to break the base of the Piltover pokes. Oh, so here's the good thing. The respawn timers are not super long yet.
Yeah, because it is so early in the game, but wow, what a gold lead already. They do have the 2 Infernal Dragons. I mean, they have a Jinx, but like, I don't know how good it's gonna be against, you know, Braum Yasuo. And what's his called? I actually forget. Braum Shield.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Unbreakable in the Wind Wall. That's gonna be tough to put
not to
down
mention he's really struggling to actually get in a position where he can auto attack because 43 is just putting so much pressure on him.
Yeah, and 89 with the ultimates really hitting Jinx in a lot of these fights, knocking him up, and then 09 just gets right on top of him. Yeah, hasn't even finished the second item yet, struggling to keep up in gold. Gonna pick up a ward and some jungle camps here, trying to catch up.
Alright, 43 is not actually able to finish off that ward.
Feels bad, man.
Alright, so it will be the first dragon of the game, or first dragon for the Poo Poo crew going over. It isn't a Mountain Drake. So, Baron is the thing. It's spawning in 3 seconds. They could probably do it between Azir and this massively fed Yasuo. And Vidal coming out to try and defend here. The rest of the team's already there. There's the Abyssal Voyage coming out as 23 is going to try and chase down Call Me Senpai. He does get the slow, he does get the Devour, and it looks like it's probably just going to be another solo kill in this top lane as the 4v4 is happening in the mid.
And Call Me Senpai not going to be able to get away. Just getting chain slowed and eaten by Tom. He goes down in the top lane after Tom ulted up there.
Alright, here we go. The Emperor's Divide into 2 members! The last one comes out, the Wind Wall stops any damage potential from Vidal. The Super Magnet Rocket is not gonna matter. Grand Skyfall comes in, he's just gonna get the stun on the No Fear Mats, and the ace for 0 for the Poo Poo crew.
Really clean ult out of 89 there, followed up by a really clean ult by both Braum and 09. 68 and 09. And they're gonna head straight in here. The death timers are still pretty long. I think this is gonna be the game at 21 minutes for the Poo Poo crew.
Yeah, 21-minute victory for the Poo Poo crew in game number 1. We'll have to see if the Piltover Poke can turn this one around.
Whew, so that's gonna be game 1. We're gonna throw up the little be right back screen, get into the next lobby, and get started.
All right, thank you all for watching. We'll see you in game number 2. We'll see if the Poo Poo crew can close it out in as dominating a fashion as they just did, or if we can see the Piltover Pokes turn it around for a game number 3. We'll see you in just a little bit. All right, Internet, hello and welcome back to the Get Wrecked Summer Splash Uncapped Division. Very dominating performance by the Poo Poo Crew in game number 1 against the Piltover Pokes. We're about to get into game number 2. Piltover Pokes have side selection for this game,
Yes,
they opted for the blue side, so they're going to try and take that for themselves. Poo Poo Crew, one game away from starting off with a win in their first week.
All right, first ban coming out. Will they ban some of the things that got used against them last game? Braum Yasuo in the mid lane. Yep, that makes sense. It was very much like a kind of comp where Pantheon and Azir were kind of sharing things in the bot lane. The entire team was just trying to funnel to Yasuo when they could, except for Tom, who just sat top the whole game.
Yep.
Being Tom, doing Tom things.
I don't think that Tom was actually in any of those team
No,
fights.
he really, I think at the end of the game, he was like 3-1, 4-1-3, I think. And those were just a couple kills from little skirmishes or 1v1's top lane.
All right, yeah. The Poo Poo Crew not changing their strat at all. They're just going to hard ban out 3 junglers from Spy Kid 810 like they did in game number 1. On the other side, the Piltover Pokes, they just, things they don't want to deal with. Yasuo, Tom Kench from last game, and they don't want to give them another chance to funnel with the form of Master Yi in the jungle.
I don't think I would either after that game. They seemed pretty good at the strat, and it's a safe bet to be like, you know what, if we ban Yasuo, they'll probably just pick Yi. It'll be the same thing all over again.
Yeah, so Spy Kid 810 really getting targeted by the Poo Poo Crew.
It really is.
So they'll pick the Braum for themselves away from the Poo Poo Crew this time.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's like as big of something you'd have to first pick if the Yasuo's already gone, but they do lock it in. I imagine no fear Matson's probably comfortable on it. Zaya and Rakan coming out.
Okay, so they pick up the Lovers bottom lane immediately for the Poo Poo Crew, maybe looking to be a little bit more standard this game.
I mean, with the 2 best funneling champs gone, it makes it a little bit tougher.
So the Piltover Pokes now, they have locked in the Braum already on their side. What will they pick up for the other position? Xin Zhao might be the option for Spy Kid, a little bit more aggressive jungler.
I thought he did fairly well on the Sejuani, but they must just have a different comp in mind. This time they do have the Braum for some beef and some CC.
Yeah, kind of dangerous to pick the Sejuani blind, not knowing what the enemy jungler is.
Also true.
Just because, you know, Sejuani does some fair damage early on, but can get bullied out by a little bit more aggressive junglers. On the side of Piltover Pokes, they still have to show something here. It's going to be Lux, and that probably is going to the mid lane, seeing as the Braum has already been locked in. Azir going to be picked up for the Poo Poo Crew. Worked out for them pretty well last game.
Yeah, it looked like OSU just never saw that ultimate coming, just come in over a wall, or even just from a bush, like close by. They just didn't see how fast he'd come out of it, and Pantheon gets banned as well. They see the Azir get locked, they're like, all right, no Pantheon. Let's keep as much from last game out of this game as we can.
And no Sivir. Sivir, one of the most powerful AD carries on the current patch. The spell shield is so safe, and she does so much damage over the course of a team fight. Taric gonna be taken away as well. I guess just afraid of a potential
Azir.
well, just
Taric?
just like something that can be funneled because they've already locked in the Rakan.
Makes sense. All right, it looks like they were hovering Riven, locking Lee Sin though.
All right, Lee Sin gonna be picked up for the Poo Poo Crew, presumably for the jungle. So we got some aggressive junglers this game.
2 more locks about to come out from OSU.
Yeah, Piltover Pokes are gonna have to show their AD and presumably their top laner here. The Jinx was really struggling early on. They're gonna look for something a little bit more powerful in lane in the form of Caitlyn, it appears.
Locking it in. All right, we've got Caitlyn Braum in the bot lane, presumably Lux in the mid lane, Xin Zhao in the jungle. What are they going to go for top lane? Poo Poo Crew does get the counter pick here.
So hopefully pick up something that's a little bit, I don't know. I mean, Aatrox, I haven't seen a whole lot of Aatrox since the patch has hit. So I don't know if it's like just really weak or if it was just such a dominating game for the Poo Poo Crew, but it will be the Aatrox once again for Call Me Senpai. All right, so now we get to see the counter pick. The Tom Kench is not available for the side of the Poo Poo Crew. So what will they pick up in response to this Aatrox? I don't know.
I don't know either. Will they just go for a counter pick and try to stay top lane all game again?
Singed.
Interesting.
Okay.
Seems like Aatrox would have a hard time sticking onto Singed for like longer than his initial combo.
Okay. So, Singed, yeah, I could definitely see Singed. I've seen some, I don't watch a whole lot of streams, but I have seen some, Singed coming out of the woodwork.
I believe the patch before the most current one, he did get some buffs too.
And
I think.
they haven't reworked all of these AP items like the Rod of Ages yet, but I expect to see more Singed when that happens, right? Because those items seem like they'd be good on him.
I mean, it's kind of the sort of things he builds already. Rod of Ages, some Dark Seals and a Corrupting Potion, Relies. What boots does he typically go? Usually something probably defensive, right?
More often than not, I see Merc Treads because you don't want to be CC'd for very long.
Yeah.
Well, no one does, but like it's more important for him than the Ninja Zombies.
I mean, he does his damage by running around. Like, the more he can run around and spread down poison, the more damage he has the potential to do, or to more people. So for sure, yeah, being CC'd for him is not only, locking him up, but preventing him from doing what he wants to do.
We're going to see more standard from the Poo Poo crew this game. So
definitely more standard. Last game was a bit wonky.
Maybe we can see how these lanes actually stack up as opposed to just get 4 manning bot lane every few minutes.
We'll see what OSU does here in the early game. They went for the invade last game, and then as they
and that didn't turn out great.
Yeah, as they retreated back into their own jungle, they did not expect the Poo Poo crew to be waiting 5 stacked in a bush, and they lost 4 members for that. So we'll see if they play this one a little more cautiously, or if they still just go, all in 5-man to a bush, and then we'll have to see. They don't have Braum Tom this time, which had pretty powerful, level 1 slows at a range. I don't know. It looked pretty decisive for a level 1 fight.
Yeah, I mean, Poo Poo Crew, they have a Zyra Khan, so if there were to be some kind of level 1 debacle, Poo Poo Crew seem like I don't know. It's tough. Lux has a 2-man light binding. Xin Zhao and Aatrox have a lot of early game damage. The Singed. Nah. I don't know how Singed does at level 1, like in a long team fight.
Probably not super well. I mean, he does kind of get some speed boosts, right?
Yeah.
But speed boosts aren't going to kill anybody. Not directly, anyway.
The Poo Poo Crew have a stronger level 1 at bot lane, I think. Braum is really good level 1, but it's Zyra Khan, so that's tough to deal with. You just have so much damage.
But yeah, I mean, Lee Sin's going to be kind of where a lot of their aggression comes from, because as we saw last game, they really were keeping track of cooldowns, and as a team coming together, like when an ultimate would come off CD, so that way they could use it as soon as possible and try to make something happen once again. So with somebody like Lee Sin, you can expect that this team will be very aggressive in a very organized way throughout this early to mid game. With this Lee Sin. So wherever you see him go, expect lots of people to show up. They just seem like they are that kind of team.
Okay, so 30 seconds left on the spectator delay. We'll see. I don't know. The Piltover pokes, at least they weren't like falling over and just dying. But
No, they were putting up a fight, even when they were, 10k something gold down. They were still being tower dived, and they used that to their advantage. So they'd pick up, 2-ish kills in each of those fights. But with 3 members still standing, they'd just take a few turrets. They would do some aggressive fight dive again, lose a couple members, but still take a few turrets. And they just one team fight after another whittled their base down until they went for that final big play with the Azir ultimate, which just wrapped up the game. Aatrox finally respawned before the rest of his team, but wasn't able to do anything against 4 members.
Okay. Nothing super crazy coming out in terms of keystones. Again, I mean, it's hard for me to say what's quote unquote standard on Singed, because it's not a champion you see a whole lot.
He's not a standard kind of guy.
I like those. Let's have those up. Spectate Client has actually super stepped up its game in the last couple patches. They've added some cool new stuff. You can see people's masteries and things. Yeah. It's really nice.
I was quite upset back when they first made some of these changes, because they hadn't put in those timers yet, but they took out some of the timers that would come up towards the top left, and I was like, are we just never gonna get to know ever again? But then they added this little button there, and bam!
All right, that's actually super distracting. I'm gonna take it off.
It's a little distracting. Is there a hotkey for that one?
I have no idea. Probably not. Oh, but for a long time, whenever we did this, those icons were like off center because they resized all of those at a certain point and they didn't change it for Spectate client. So it's like really obnoxious, but now they fixed it and now it looks good.
Nice. All right.
All right. So once again, the Poo Poo Crew just grouping up 5, waiting to see if Piltover Pokes happen to walk into them on a 5-man invade.
But OSU learned their lesson. Everybody had to every single jungle entrance immediately, and Caitlyn even put down a ward and then left. Didn't even want to stick around near that bush, and then went and joined Braum. Looks like Xin Zhao's going to be starting with his red buff. They did throw down a ward also on the Raptors up there, maybe to get a little bit of jungle information.
Yeah, know approximately where 43 starts his pathing. He's going to get leashed onto this bottom blue buff by his bottom lane. We'll see it mirrored on the other side, so we won't have any vertical jungling this game. At least you would expect not to be the case.
Both getting there. Oh, well, he gets his red buff a little bit faster than Lee Sin. All right, bot lane's to bot lane. So already seeing a little bit of trading come out at level 1 between the mid laners.
I love seeing Azir being played. I think the champion is just so cool.
I agree. I liked watching those sweeping dash ultimates in the last game. You remember when that ultimate used to be even more annoying though? When you try to like flash over it, you just hit like
when it was like a special type of terrain where if you didn't clear it entirely with your blink, then you just get bounced back.
That was sad sometimes when you were in those situations, but I like the way it works now.
Well, now it's just terrain.
No, I know. I like the way it works now. It's a
68 goes in looking for a knockup, but he's not going to find it, and they'll take a little bit of punishment for it.
Ooh, doesn't quite land the EQ there onto 68. Gonna escape a fair amount of damage.
Right. And actually, Spy Kid has opted to go for the 3 camps on his red side and look for a gank at level 3 onto the bottom lane, whereas 43, he cleared out his blue side going directly to his red buff.
Here comes Xin Zhao sneaking around the back. They don't have a ward.
Yeah, looking for the winner's bite. No fair Matson needs to land this one to flash away. He's gonna get the knockup, coming out onto 2 members. He's gonna pull it back. Spike at 810 going very low. One more attack will stun up 0-9 as he burns his summoner kill. First blood goes to 68 as his ignite does burn down 810. Senpai is gonna die to 23 thanks to a gank from 43.
Wow, so 2 kills from 2 different places on the map there. 68 and 09 played that incredibly well.
2-man knockup coming out. They're gonna look for the beat root coming down. It will be a flash auto to take down Vidal, and it actually is a 3rd kill over to the Rakan.
Wow, and some nutty play from Zaya Rakan here. 09 and 68, completely in sync. A ton of damage too. Wow.
Yeah,
Hit the root onto both of them.
Yeah, you get the 2. Well, he didn't actually get the root onto Vidal, but he did pull the feathers through him and do a lot of damage. And then 68 just flashes for the auto attack that's necessary to finish him off.
All right. Looks like he's going to successfully steal the blue buff after that gank top lane. Spike.
I mean, when you die
on still going for them.
Yeah, when you die on a gank in the bottom lane at level 3 after having not taken your buff, of course you're going to get invaded, but 0968, they're going to be able to walk out of this one. Unless they get the winner's bite, it's not going to find too much damage. There's the headshot, flash, auto attack. They do have Vidal. He's going to look for the Piltover Peacemaker. Doesn't connect it, but he flashes. He does get the grand entrance out, but 09 is going to pay the price. He will pull the feathers back, but he gets stunned by the concussive blows, and Vidal picks up 1 kill.
09 and 68. They wanted to get aggressive when they were coming for the tower there in the bot lane, but they bit off a little more than they could chew, and they pay the price for it. 68 ends up
here we
living.
go. Look, Spikey coming in onto 89. He's looking for the dash out. He's going to be able to dodge away from the knockup from 810. Fierce Shadow, not a whole lot of mana to work with.
Looks like Spy Kid might have accidentally autoed a minion there, perhaps, as Azir dashed away.
23 is just really abusing Call Me Senpai up here right now.
Yeah, it really is. 6 CS up, has a kill already too, thanks to the gank from 43. sitting pretty. Plus, Singed is just such a hard champion to deal with when he gets ahead.
Like 68 wants it. He got looking for the knockup. No fear Metzen. Good sidestep away. Throws down the winner's bite. A couple more autos will get to kill, but no fear Metzen is going to take a lot of damage from this one. 68 just continuing to auto him down. Doesn't care because Bedell was focused on putting damage onto 0-9 to prevent him from walking forward onto the Braum.
All right, and Singed is starting to begin the proxy. He's back there behind Call Me Senpai, clearing out the wave. More trading onto Fear Shadow. And then he retreats off into the jungle, putting a ward down here or there.
Yeah, he knows that he's not being punished for this one. He can just continue to do this. Doesn't have to execute anytime soon. The Spike at 810 looking for something in the bottom lane. 68 looking for a knockup on the Bedell, or at the very least just to zone him away. Throws down the Gleaming Quill, gets a heal for 0-9. Spike at 810 spending a lot of time down here as 43 is making his way down as well, but he's gonna find Fear Shadow. Sonic Wave gonna connect. He's looking for the stun. Doesn't connect the light binding, but 43 is able to just walk away. So he sees Spike at 810 coming his way up. 89 is on his way down, and he has his level 6. There's no final spark for Fear Shadow. He's gonna jump onto him, looking for the light binding, but Fear Shadow just goes down. 2-man nugget coming out from 68, but they've already lost 0-9. And First Divide knocks him back away. 89 just some more damage. 43 gonna jump forward, gets the kill. Then no fear, Matt's gonna fall as well. He flash kicks, misses the Sonic Wave, and auto attack from Kill My Senpai will get him the activation of his ultimate. He's gonna Grand Shinsense over the wall. 89 has to flash over. Call Me Senpai dashes over the side. Gleaming Quill gonna come out. He's gonna jump away. He goes back in. He wants it. Call Me Senpai low. He doesn't have his ultimate available anymore. Bedell only level 4, but he's gonna look for it. 68 gets shut down. The Aatrox gets the kill. Now 89 is in a 1v2 situation, but they're both very low. But he's no low amount of Senpai does go down. Bedell only level 4. He can't do anything to stop this one. He just doesn't do any damage with these auto attacks. All he's got is boots. And 89 just gonna slowly but surely pick up the double kill as he chases down Bedell.
I can't even begin to recap that. So much happened over such a long period of time, but wow, Poo Poo Crew comes out on top.
You know, it's just such a, honestly, kind of a poor roam from Fear Shadow. Tries to walk down. He doesn't have any of his abilities. He's not even level 6 for that fight. So the final spark was not going to be an option for the damage. And without that damage, I don't think that they would, you know, ever win that fight.
Yeah, and you can just see Bedell was getting so many autos off, and they just weren't doing that much damage.
Yeah, all he had at that time of that fight was Doran's Blade and boots. That's all he was able to pick up after that first back because of how early it was.
Yeah, and that really was a big part of them losing that. And they also, you know, probably ignored him a little more heavily considering he wasn't putting out a lot of damage. But with even just a BF sword, things could have maybe gone differently. Lee Sin getting some more counter jungling in. Quite a bit of CS ahead of Spy Kid right now.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, good flash away. We'll get the light binding connecting onto him. Sonic Wave is going to be used to get out of there. And there we go, the level 6 has been acquired by the bottom lane. He's gonna get the knockup, throws down the quickness. The Unbreakable does come out just in time to stop the feathers from raining down from 0-9, but he does get the root anyway. Here's the Summoner heal coming out. No Fear Matson gonna survive just barely.
Whew, No Fear Matson trying to get those executes on the minions for the heal. He's gotta be careful of getting too close here. Spy Kid 810 is here in the bottom lane.
89 gonna go for the Emperor's Divide. Knocks Fear Shadow away from the tower, but he didn't get the final spark. Shutdown goes over. Fear Shadow picks up a solo kill, and 89 going a little too deep. Light binded under tower as well as the final spark. And now here we go. Spike at 810 looking for a knockup onto somebody. He does get the knockup coming out. The feather storm used to dodge the glacial fissure. He's gonna throw it on the feathers. He does look at it. He flashes from No Fear Matson, but he's gonna pay the price with his life. 2 for 1 in the bottom lane, and Fear Shadow does end up going over to 43.
All right, and 3 kills get picked up for OSU, but they do lose 1 in the bot lane, as well as losing 1 in the mid lane. It looks like Fear Shadow must have overstayed and gotten killed by 43, and now Call Me Senpai getting chased down. Wait, what are you doing? Run away! Oh no! He kind of turned, and I think it
23 has Flash and Ghost, and there's the kill.
I think he could have kept running maybe to maybe not die, but it's whatever. He ends up going down there to 23, and that all in all across the map over that minute or so of combat ends up being 3 for 3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seemed 68 and 09 are just sort of dominating this bottom lane. Like, even in situations where they definitely shouldn't be getting kills, they're getting kills.
Fear Shadow throws on the ward.
The Sonic Wave connects. He's going to look for the kick. He doesn't have the... He does going to throw the kick back out, but the shutdown goes over to No Fear Metzen as the final spark and the ignite will finish him off. A little bit too deep there from 43 once again.
But they know that Vidal's alone now.
Oh, there's the quickness coming out. He's going to get the knockup, but 68 taking a lot of tower damage. Flash is not going to save his life. Ace in the hole comes out from onto 0-9, and a little bit overly deep coming out from the Poo Poo crew. Spike at 810.
Doesn't get rooted
up. 23 is going to get pulled in by the chains, but Senpai, that's actually exactly where he wanted to be.
No.
He's going to fling him back towards away from the tower. 23 just going to continue to put down Jim. Oh my goodness, the Emperor's Divide comes out on No Fear Metzen. 89 with a nice play, but it's not enough damage as the roam's coming out from No Fear Metzen.
Wow. So, after looking so dominant last game with the whole funnel strat, they've been doing well, but things are
they're going to try and dive onto 0-9. 23 just going to continue to just pick on Call Me Senpai.
He needs to be careful and really needs to save those dashes to get away from Singed. As soon as he gets flipped, he's like immediately losing these trades.
So the Poo Poo crew going way over aggressive on a number of occasions here. 23 is just going to Proto Belt Fling kills him off. A lot of surprising burst damage coming out from this Sin. She's now 3-0 with a 40 CS lead on his opposite number.
Yeah, doing work on Singed. And it looks like he's gonna get, oh, not quite yet another turret plating, but he's already got so many of them. 3, in fact. Yeah, probably, let's check the gold league. It's big.
He's 1,300 gold up over Call Me Senpai.
All right, another turret plating going over. So things looking much closer this game than they did last game, but still definitely a lead in favor of Poo Poo Crew. Up 2.5k gold, up a dragon, 3 kills. Looks like experience across the board as well. So definitely still in the lead.
All right, so the Mountain Drake did go over to the Poo Poo Crew as that was all happening. 0-9 and 68 on their way back into this bottom lane to try and help preserve some of those plates before they do ultimately go down. 89 gonna look for some damage on the Fierce Shadow. Does not commit the Emperor's Divide just yet as they do see Spike at 810 on his way into the mid lane. 43 is hanging around in the Raptor pit.
Looks like him getting chased away by Lee Sin here.
Okay.
Call Me Senpai needs to be careful. If he goes down, they are going to lose first tower in the top lane. Needs to try to keep the minions off the tower if he can without dying. It looks like Herald is going to eventually go over to 43, though, which might be the tower anyway. Trying to defend their wards, not going to work out.
Oh, there's the grounding. He's gonna look for the fling. The infernal chains are gonna come out from onto him, but 23, he's 3 levels up over Call Me Senpai.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
And I don't think he cares. He's just gonna go Proto Belt at the guy and fling him back away. He flashes out of the poison, but it's still ticking. Now 68 gonna try and get a. Oh, there's a beautiful trap. It's gonna deny him the dash out. 0-9 has to use the Feather Storm to get out of there. The ace in the hole, not gonna finish him up. Call Me Senpai is going to die. There's 23 on the
Oh wow, the kill in the bot lane.
Yeah.
Oh, 0-9 gets picked up by Fear Shadow.
Yeah, nice snipe from Fierce Shadow with the final spark. They are going to be able to pick up that kill, and actually, it looks like, they don't win the first tower race as 23 and 43 are able to pick it up in the top lane just a second before they pick up this one in the bottom.
Looks like they are going to use Herald to continue to push that top side tower. Yep, there it is. OSU going to pick up this blue buff, and it looks like they're going to back away from this tower, though.
I mean, a second tier tower. They're still
going.
Yeah, they're still going. It's not like Call Me Senpai can stop them. He's a level 9 Aatrox. The Rift Herald is going to barrel in, but they're going to give up that one as the recalls were coming in from Piltover Pokes, and they're all heading up to that top lane.
Yeah, and a lot of these fights and skirmishes have been pretty close, and you can, tell that from the kill discrepancy here. It's only 2 at the moment, but macro play is still definitely going in favor after that series of events to the Poo Poo Crew.
Now, in retaliation for that blue buff steal, they're gonna try and pick up this one. It went over to Bedell with a build-over
he had the
Peacemaker.
flash.
And yeah, I don't know where that Emperor's Divide was going. I think he was trying to dodge away from the Lux, but now they're gonna dive onto Call Me Senpai. A lot of damage coming out. Fierce Shadow gets the killing spree. He final sparks him out. That's a good kick, but the stun does connect. A double kill to Fierce Shadow.
Because of that, numbers mismatch there, though, they do go after Call Me Senpai in the bot lane. 2v1, they're going to pick him up and pick up the tower.
Yeah, it's just a really simple matter of diving Call Me Senpai because, again, level 9 Aatrox against the level 9 Zaya and a level 8 Rakan who are significantly more farmed than he is. Call Me Senpai is just really, really struggling this game.
All right, it looks like they are going to lose this tower down here.
He's going to teleport and immediately die if he doesn't run out of there.
He teleported and ran.
All right, the traps are going to be used. They're going to try and pick up this one in the mid lane, but there's the grounding. He's going to throw it about in, flying back Spike in, and he's just going to burn down to the poison. Boo Boo 23 just runs into the middle of the team. Double kill goes over as Boo Boo 89. Final spark shuts him down finally.
Whew, but at what cost? They finally pick him up, but they've lost 2 members in the process, and they didn't even get the tower.
Yeah, 89 is just so threatening that they can't even really turn on the 23 until after he's already flashed into your team.
All right, so 4 towers down on the side of OSU. They're going to try to defend this mid tower. They've got 2 members waiting in here. Fierce Shadow back. He's on his way back. Can he get here in time? He does have the ultimate to help clear the wave if he decides to use it that way. Lee Sin's coming around the side. Might get onto Bedell here. Misses the Q. They know he's here.
Wave. The final spark is going to clear out the minion wave, and they will not have anything left with which to push that wave, or that tower, rather. There's 5 members of Piltover Pokes in the mid lane.
Dragon's about to spawn. Piltover Pokes have a numbers advantage for a short amount of time here. They land the
Light Binding going to connect, but there's no final spark for Fierce Shadow.
Get a bit of poke damage. Looks like they're going to press for this tower now.
Uh-oh.
Here they come
Here's
for the
43. 43 is going to get caught by the Light Binding over the side. Bedell on a killing spree as they look to disengage with the quickness. Poo Poo on the run out the top side. Ace in the hole going to come out. He's going to connect on a 68, and 89 just trying to bait him around. Light Binding gonna connect! He got it! The final bucket! Fierce Shadow goes dominating! Piltover Pokes are trying to take it back.
Whew, they pick up 2 kills. They do lose the tower. Are they going to go for the dragon here or try to press to finish off that tower that they lost some members for earlier? Looks like they're going for the Ocean Dragon.
Yeah, the Ocean Dragon will be the target for the Piltover Pokes as they are going to try and regroup on the side of the Poo Poo crew. They're still up 2,500 in gold, but they got to be worried now.
Oh man, so they pick up a few kills, they pick up a dragon, they lose a tower, but things looking decent for them. They're still down 3 towers, which is not great, but and they are down gold.
But think about it.
But they're holding on a lot better than last game.
The fact that they're down 3 towers right now is actually like kind of a good thing because that's slow hanging fruit in terms of gold that they could eventually pick up.
Yeah. It's not like it's uncomebackable, I guess.
Insurmountable.
Uncomebackable. I like my word.
Spy Kid is gonna be found here. He's gonna look for the kick, but he doesn't. He kicks him a little bit too far. They're gonna get the knockup anyway, and that's gonna be a matter of time for Spy Kid to just fall over. 089 on the run. He's gonna use the Emperor's Divide to push him away, but that's a lot of knockups, and he just dashes over the wall. 89 goes down once again.
All right, 2 ults go down to the top lane to pick up the kill onto 89. 2 ults in the bot lane to pick up Spy Kid. But they are going to be able to pick up a turret, and that's what you're talking about with the low-hanging fruit, right? Like, this is some gold they can pick back
but
up.
23, he's looking for the 1v3 under tower. He's going to fling back Bedell, taking a lot of damage. He's already eaten the concussive blow stun, so he really doesn't have a whole lot to worry about. He's going to continue to chase him down. 1v3, they're running from him.
With that ultimate going, I don't think they can really kill him.
Yeah, you gain a lot of resistances, you gain a lot of move speed, you gain a lot of health regen, a lot of power for the Singed in that insanity potion.
You can see Bedell was trying his best to put down damage, wasn't putting down that much, and like the regeneration was so high you could actively see it ticking slowly back up. It's gotta be demoralizing. You're like, we're doing damage to him, guys, and then it's like tick, 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 tick.
Yeah,
Gonna hand over to blue buff.
that's how so many people end up dying to Singed, is because of that insanity potion. It makes his health regen really high, and it gives him resistance. This is a lot of hidden power, and it makes you think he's so low, I can kill him, but he's like regenning, and you're not doing as much damage as you think, because a lot of people don't, realize like, oh, he's got like a bunch of armor and MR. And then
same thing happens with Nasus when he's like had his ultimate channeling for a long time. You're like, he's low, hit him, and he's got like 100 resistances. You're just like, oh, never mind. He Q'd me for all his health, and I can't kill him. Feels bad, man.
All right, but Fierce Shadow looking for a potential pick on his 89. Life Binding is available. He's just gonna throw out the Loosen Singularity for some guaranteed damage on the 89.
Woohoo! That binding hits, you die. He does not have his Zanyas yet, so yeah, binding hits there. You dead.
All right, Piltover Pokes with 5 members stacked around this Baron. They do have total vision control over it right now with 43 on the bottom side of the map, but not gonna take the risky play going for that Baron just yet.
All right, moving on up the top lane. Singed is hiding in a bush. I don't think he wants this fight, but I think he's content.
He wants Bedell.
He does. He wants Bedell. Bedell's getting.
Oh man! Wait, there's 4 members here. Oh my goodness! He's gonna run right into the Light Binding. Fierce Shadow's here. They've got so much CC, but he flashes away in the Glacial Fissure. He's gonna keep on the run. They're not gonna try and chase him.
Yeah, he's got Insanity Potion. Makes it hard. They got to get back to their base to defend these towers.
Yeah. This is the power of Singed. He eats the minion wave so they can't even push that top lane tower.
All right, starting to move towards Baron, get some vision.
Yeah, seeing every member of Piltover Pokes recall, that does give them the opportunity to contest vision, and more so than that, it gives them the opportunity to start this Baron. Azir is going to melt this thing with the 1 Mountain Drake they have. They're all the way in, but Piltover Pokes are way too late on the play to stop that.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Man, and they just didn't have quite enough vision around there, or just really enough foresight to be like, if we all back to this tower, they might go to Baron. You should have a few members, run from mid lane, maybe down through the top side jungle.
All right, so Baron uncontested for 5 members of the Poo Poo crew. 23 is going to pick up the Leandries and the Rylai's to go with that Proto Belt, and now it's going to be a real big deal to see if they can even stop this Singed in the split push.
Yeah. Currently down 4,500 gold and 4 towers. Definitely not looking so great, but in the fights they've done, pretty decently. I mean, as you can see, the fights have gone relatively evenly.
Look at 23. He's level 14, the highest level in the game. 4 levels up over Call Me Senpai. This Aatrox is effectively useless in this game right now.
At the moment, not doing so hot. He's really just going to sponge in the fight and just hope to God that he can get a reset on his ult to be a little bit useful. They're going to be picking up a Cloud Drake.
All right, 23 just doing whatever he wants. He kind of has that liberty right now as this massively fed Singed. The Sand Tower did fall down, so they don't have the protection of that in this siege on the mid lane, but let's see. Fierce Shadow looking for a potential catch on to 89. 89's just recalling anyway, so whatever. 43 looking for a kick potentially onto Bedell.
They're trying to fight these minions off, still ticking away at the tower, thanks to Baron buff. Looking for Call Me Senpai, he's going to back off behind the minions. Teleport from Azir coming into the top lane.
Yeah, they're just applying pressure in all 3 lanes as best they can, and Call Me Senpai is not enough to stop this by himself.
He's the weakest one on this team right now. He needs to be careful.
He's going for the ultimate. Here's no Bear Matson. There's the winner's bite, and the knockup going to connect onto 23, but he doesn't care as the tower has fallen in the mid lane. Which tower fell? Did one of them fall? One of them fell.
It looks like top side, 0%.
Yeah, and there's some kills, and Tommy Senpai's gonna die. The Sin's just running through the back line. The light mining connects, and the final spark doesn't come out as too much damage coming out of 89. This is gonna be it. As Spy Kid gonna flash away. 23 just gonna chase him down, flings him back to the team, and the poison will take him down. The kick comes out, Medell goes down. It's an ace for the Poo Poo crew.
And it looks like they've got the minions. They don't have Baron buff any. Oh wait, they still do have Baron buff. It just wasn't applied to those minions yet. And they're going to be able to take that Baron buff and take that fight and win the game. That's going to be it for this series.
All right, the Poo Poo crew, they can play standard, they can play funnel, but they are a force to be reckoned with a dominating performance over the Piltover Pokes.
It was kind of close there in some of those fights for a while, but macro-wise, they were dominating across the map. And at the very end, just took that gold lead and that Baron buff and swept away the rest of their objectives.
All right, so 2-0 is the victory for the Poo Poo crew over the Piltover Pokes. We'll see the Piltover Pokes again.
3?
2 weeks from now in losers bracket match, and we'll see who the Poo Poo crew are going to be going up against in their next potential series. Immediately after this, so
I think it's 5 p.m. is the earliest that they can start.
All right, so
50
immediately,
minutes from
so like later, but after this today.
Yes.
So thank you all so much for watching. See you in 50 or so minutes for the second series of the day. Who is it again? Who is it between?
Return to the Middle Sticks and the Old Razzle Dazzle.
All right, so we'll be back in 50 minutes with that series. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in a little bit. Just be right back.